What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of BurlyFishing and another unboxing on the channel. Today, we're cracking into that 6 cent sack. So we got the 6 cents premium Super 6 sack somewhere in this box. Before we get to that, if you guys enjoy the content, you want to see more unboxings, you want to see more reviews, you want to see some on the water fishing action, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button for this video, ring the notification bell so you can see when we post more videos, and stay tuned for our monthly giveaways involving all these boxes that we crack open. So without further ado, let's bust this one open. Oh, chew. All right, so at the bottom of the box, we had 10% off our next purchase with a little code there. 5 packs of plastics, get one of equal or lesser value for free. We got some codes, we got some discounts, we got stuff we can do. Basically, spend more money with me, please. So it seems like they're just going with different colors every month. Last month we had this red bag. The month before that was black. Now we got this, like, I don't know what, gray, just gray kind of color. Neato, gang. So let's take a little peek. Let's take a little peek inside and see what we're working with here. So we got some stuff, some things. All right, let's do this. First thing we got in the box, smallest thing we got in the box, is some 6 cents Peg X stoppers. So if you guys don't use pegs, here's basically what they are. This package is impossible to open, but once I get it out, you will see what pegs are. All right, so these are pegs. So this is a little rubber stopper that you slide onto your line by putting your line through this little loop here. Yeah, just slide your line through, slide the stopper on, and then tie on your hook, weight, whatever else you're gonna do. I like using these when I'm Texas rigging through the grass, weed, cover, anything like that. That way the weight is less likely to get bunched up with some grass or get hung up, right? It keeps the weight pinned to the top of your hook. You've seen people fish with this thing before. Holders for these are usually super cheap, so I can appreciate that 6 cents went and put their logo on that right there. That looks pretty cool. And then we got 9 pegs that came in this kit. I got a ton of pegs. Got tons from Woo Tungsten, actually, that I just bought like a 3-pack of. So now we got a billion pegs, but hey, it's something that's nice to have when you're on the water. I do like using them when I'm flipping, jigging, you know, got a Texas worm on there. They're useful. Next up, this is apparently the gear sack. We got more gear. So we've got this rod sleeve from 6 cents. I do have one of these already. I don't use them really often. I definitely see the benefit of them, don't get me wrong. Other one I have is gray. Now we got a blue one, a bluebie. Look at that. So this thing is neoprene. I think it's really well made. Got their logo right there on the front. You slide this over top of your rod all the way down to the base there, and then you can actually take this and just put this around your reel and cinch it up, and it's going to stay on. Pretty solid, or around the butt of the rod, depending on the rod setup. So pretty solid thing to have, I would say. So keep your rod safe, keep these guides safe if you're traveling, right? If you throw it in the back of your truck and you don't want this thing bashing around, scuffing up the rod, potentially breaking the rod or breaking off those guides, something like this can be really helpful. So nifty, not something I'm always super pumped about getting a box, but I know there's some value to it, so that's pretty cool. All right, we got baits in here. Some can't catch fish with just straight pegs or, ooh, okay. I found things. Can't catch fish with a rod sleeve. But there are some things in here you can catch fish with, so that's a good sign. All right, let's hit these plastics next. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we actually have a Divine Shaky Worm. You guys know I love the shaky worms, but this is a short style. So we have a miniaturized shaky worm, and there's 10 of them in here, so you get a 10 count. These ones are 6.3 inches. This is more my style of finesse, honestly. I think these are gonna crush it. This is in their like green pumpkin blue, is that color? Yeah, green pumpkin blue color. And again, it's that Divine Shaky Worm, so it's got the ribbing down it. We've got the tapered end to the bulbous tail right there. I'm just gonna give you a ton of action. Look at that. Look at that action. This thing is sweet. Durability on these is pretty good. I've definitely had them just get straight bit off. It's not perfect. It's not a Laztec, but it's pretty darn good, I would say. And trick worms like this size, I think is fantastic. There's so many different ways we can rig this thing. This thing's gonna crush it. I love this color. Actually pumped about this plastic. Really pumped about this plastic. I didn't know they made them shorter, because the regular Divine Shaky is like a 7-8 inch gigantic worm. These are sweet. So you could rig the worm to these, but we got some flipping hooks. Love me some flipping hooks. These are stout. These are very stout. These are 4/0. We got 5 of them in this pack, which is cool. Decent quantity. Usually you get like 2-3 hooks in boxes like this, so you get 5 now. That's sweet. You guys know I like the 6 cents hooks, so these should hold up to the test. Yes, they do. Look at that. Big stout hook. Difference on a flipping hook is you're gonna have 2 things here. We're gonna tie a snell knot right up here at the top between the eye of the hook and this bait keeper right there. And then you're gonna slide whatever plastic you got all the way up over these 2 bait keepers here, or at least up to this top one. And it's gonna help keep that plastic rigged on there as you're flipping this into heavier cover. Flipping, guys, is so fun. It's so fun. If you guys don't flip, do it. Throw like a bug beaver style plastic on this thing, a craw, and tie that snell knot. If you tie it right, it's gonna punch the hook right into the fish's mouth when you get a bite and you set the hook. So look up how to tie a snell knot on flipping hooks, very helpful. These remind me of like the VMC flipping hooks I use the most. So I am stoked. This should be easy for me to start rigging these up. Like those hooks, solid hooks. All right guys, then we got 3 body baits. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to learn this month again. But hey, that's part of why we get these boxes, isn't it? So I got some glide baits. This is probably where the value is at in this box. We've actually got a glide bait and then a hybrid swim crank, which are gonna function a little bit differently, but look very similar, right? So we're gonna bust these guys out. This is not a style of fishing that I do, but I'm actually super stoked to do this. I'm really excited for the on the water review of this. So these are newer baits. I believe these are newer from these guys. This is 7/8 of an ounce. So we've got the hinge body right there in the middle. I've actually got the feathered treble tied on the back. Colorway on this bad boy, what is this called? The Ghost Hot Herring, freshwater Ghost Hot Herring. It's 100 millimeters, right? 100 millimeters is the length, so decent length to this guy. It's gonna have some solid action in the water. You know, we're talking like kind of that. As you're swimming it through, it's just moving back and forth very naturally like a fish swimming. And if you guys know, swim baits, glide baits, they catch big dang bass. So if I get in the right water with this thing, we got a chance on hooking up in a freaking tank, a freaking monster. That gets me excited. So check out the colorway on this guy. That darker like scale pattern on the top in green. We got the little gill dot there. Got a translucent body. We got just a gentle kind of thud rattle to it, which is cool. You got your beautiful eyes right on there. Pretty, you got pretty eyes. So we got just all around just a sexy glide bait. I'm super stoked to throw that. Very uncomfortable throwing it. Know I can get a bass on it. Pretty pumped about it. I got a new reel that I'm gonna maybe use on that as well. We'll see. All right, next up, we got the hybrid swim crank. This one is 5/8 of an ounce, so a little bit lighter. Same length. This one's now going to where this one you're gonna cast out, let it sink, and then swim it. This one you can dive a little bit because we got the added lip to it. Same kind of hinge at the middle of the body. Feathered treble at the back as well. Actually, same general colorway, a little brighter green on top on this one, but you still got your gill dot translucent body. Heavier rattle on this one. These are nickel coated trebles, which look great. Color is shad burst. It's a little brighter color on this one. And you can actually see there's a big flash line there. So this one had like nothing through the middle, right? It's kind of like that little flashy overall body. This one has like this lateral line that is chrome. Super flashy. That looks dope. Oh man, I'm pumped to throw this one. This one dives about 2 to 3 feet, so it's sort of a quick diving setup. I'm gonna fish them kind of similarly. Again, not a style of fishing I do or am comfortable with. Going to get comfortable with it, gonna get a ton of practice on these 2 things. I'm very excited to throw them. Lastly, we got a good old square billy. This is the silent model. So this is the Crush 50S instead of X. This is a silent model square bill. So basically a finesse square bill. There's no rattle to it. Got your translucent bill, very purple body, very, very purple. So purple body, gill dot at the top, darker green on the top there. Yeah, darker green, almost a gold tinge to it. So very shad, very bait fishy looking pattern to it, little gill maybe. But it's something that if you're throwing a loud, crazy erratic action bait out there and you're not getting bites, but you know there's fish there, sometimes you can just downsize. Sometimes you can downsize and go to silent. They also make big models of these as well, so you can get like a larger size and go silent. So again, at any rate, if you know there's fish there, you just got to vary things up. So this would be one of those ways you can vary things up and maybe get a bite. Awesome, guys. So that we got through the box. There's a lot of gear in this box, which is a little different, but I think all in all, total items, we had pegs, rod sleeve, the 2 glide/swim baits, flipping hooks, divine shaky worms, and the square bill. There are 7 things in this sack, so that's pretty phenomenal. I'm getting this right now. This is being recorded at the tail end of August. So this is actually the August 2020 sack. I always get like the Warrior Tackle and the 6 Cents like late in the month. So we're gonna be comparing the August box and sack to the September Mystery Tackle box and Monster Bass box, just so you guys know. Great box. I will say my favorite baits in this box are gonna be these 2. I'm excited to fish something that I'd never fished before and get comfortable with a new technique. That's got me excited. That is what I like to see in these boxes. I mentioned this before, is I don't want just the same basic stuff all the time. I don't want just straight novelty baits. I want baits that I know work for people on the water. I want to broaden my own horizons. I want to learn new skills and techniques, and that is what this box is going to allow me to do. Sorry, this sack. I keep saying that. This sack is going to allow me to do. That's what this sack is going to allow me to do. Probably don't say that because it sounds really heckin' weird. Anyway, so those are probably my 2 favorites. Getting the rod sleeves, kind of whatever to me. The pegs or whatever, I have a ton of those. But the rest of the stuff in the sack was pretty dang solid. I'm pumped about it. So hopefully this was enjoyable for you guys as well. I'm pumped to fish these things. You know what's coming up next. We're doing an on-the-water review with these, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe if you like the content and you want to see a video like that. Like this video and drop me a comment below. Let me know what you liked or didn't like in this sack, the Premium Super 6 sack. And be sure to ring that notification bell so you can see when we post more videos. Stay tuned for our end of the month giveaway when we bring all of these subscription boxes back together, compare, review all the different baits that came in those boxes, and then I give you guys, one of you lucky guys or gals out there, a tackle box full of those baits as well as a couple bags of plastics. You can also join us live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. Come hang out with us. We'll be streaming live, be talking to you guys, so you can drop us comments in the chat and hang out with us. And we'll be talking about, just different fishing topics all around, just having some fun. So look forward to seeing you guys there, and we'll see you out on the water. Hey there, thank you so much for watching the video today. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to click this circle, wherever it is right here, to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to watch more videos or check out a playlist from me, you can check out this video over here, this general area, or this video over here. So you got lots of options.